Hello everyone, my name is QueenVLionz, back to you with another video. This video is about the recent events that have occurred on Fort Hood. This is Sergeant Jewell Scott, as she has recently come forward with allegations of harassment, neglect, and retaliation in the past 11 months. Let's not act like Fort Hood is perfect. It has an estimated 40,000 personnel on the base. In 2020, an estimated 39 military personnel were either injured, missing, or unfortunately transitioned. At the end of 2020, 14 military leaders were either suspended or terminated due to cultivating a culture which protects a toxic environment. And cultivates a culture which silences victims that allegedly come forward. Later on, you will hear a clip from Sergeant Jewell Scott as she explains multiple incidents that have occurred internally on the base. Now, I'm glad that she was able to record some of these conversations, because had she not recorded them, many of us would not believe her. We need to start believing our military personnel when they come forward with evidence of harassment, neglect, and etc.
Okay, I think I talked to you once before.
Okay.
And you gave me the information about like the ombudsman and everything. I just need an outside opinion.
Okay.
My VHO is Captain Judy.
Okay.
Working with her has been completely awful.
Okay.
I'm looking at a lot of stuff in my files that has no accuracy. I even have somebody else file in my file under my name. This is someone else in my file under my name.
What are you talking about? Chief complaint?
I tested positive for marijuana. This is not my file.
Okay.
This is someone else's name under my name. Even my stuff has been not annotated correctly, or they're leaving out stuff. I feel like the whole
That's
thing
not your chief complaint. That's not, you didn't come in because you tested positive from her. Okay.
Nothing is accurate in here. Just some of the stuff that they put in here is just like, how could you say that you have nothing to back that up? And then they were putting stuff in quotations that I never said. I went to HIPAA. They told me just to go and write what was not right, and they're going to send it. But something has to be done. Mm-hmm. But this has somebody else's stuff in there. You know, and nobody's finding an issue with these things.
Who is your provider that you saw that wrote this?
This is Miss Craddock.
Okay.
And it has to be something that can come from this. I've been trying to say that the stuff they're entertaining is not right. They're mixing up stuff, everything, and just having somebody else stuff in there with something serious is that just says something right there. I'm so frustrated. It's like I can't. Nobody's listening. But like I can't do nothing. I tried the ombudsman. This stuff is crazy. The stuff that's in here is crazy. And for a long time, I didn't know the stuff in my file was not accurate. And I started to come in here and ask every last one of these persons, you mean to tell me I said this? This is what I said. This is not what I said, or whatever. They say, no, just take it up to the ombudsman, or do this, do that. Nobody cares. They told me even knowing that somebody else's files was mixed into mine under my name and my social, I don't even qualify for a reevaluation. Of note, social member is currently being seen at the clinic for behavioral health. Based on social member presentation, it has been determined that social member is not in distress. Because I'm not coming in here with a gun waving it around, because I'm not coming in here because I can muscle it through the day, because I can present myself, so that means I ain't going through nothing. And just looking at somebody, it's like I can't do nothing. It's going to take me to come in here going crazy.
So when did your symptoms start? So
it went through the roof when I got to Fort Hood back in June.
So June 2020 or 2021?
21. Because when I first got here, I was seeing so many people dying right around me, close proximity. First, it was a soldier who died in my battalion. My first sergeant got up there and said, "Don't be like that dumbass and get yourself killed. That's what he gets," and all this stuff. Once IG, they found it unfounded because nobody wanted to write a statement. So that was bothering me. And then a week, maybe like 2 weeks later, I was in my car at the motor pool. The police come banging on my window. "You need to move your car. You're in the middle of a crime scene." The soldier in the car exactly to the right of me was dead. You know, then there was another soldier that was stabbed. All this happened within my first month and a half of being here. Another soldier was stabbed. Then the soldier was dead in the barracks that I stayed in. You know, so it was just all this stuff going on. I'm not used to this type of environment where it's internal. It's not even external forces. You know, and so just hearing people say like, "Oh, you got to stop eating up like Vanessa Guillen," and all these jokes and stuff, you know, so it was taking a big toll on me. I had a soldier that I felt like was stalking me. You know, I mentioned this to my chain of command. I mentioned to my PC. I mentioned it to the 13th. So I mentioned it to everybody. The BC told me, "What's the rank of this soldier?" And I said, "He's a PFC." He's like, "You an E5? You mean to tell me you scared of a PFC?" You know, every time I try to mention these things for a long time, for months and months, I was bored in my door. You know, and I was scared to come out after 5. I didn't want to, you know, I just would not leave my room. It was not a night where I didn't sleep with a knife in my bed, knife in the bathroom, knife in the kitchen, knife by the door, just everywhere. Like, I went for a long period of time of this. I told my chain of command finally I was having these issues, you know. "You're a liar, no one believes you, you're this, you're that, you're not really going through this, blah, blah." I mean, it just over time, more stuff kept happening. And just to have all this stuff, I mean, looking through these files.
So, for the most part, they've given you adjustment disorder?
It's no adjustment. It's not I feel like it's adjustment if it's nothing going on and I just can't settle in.
Yeah.
I had people, twice in the last 2 weeks, somebody has came into my room. I mentioned it, nobody did nothing. This is the 5th time since I've been in this base. You know, it's not adjustment because it's not like I have no reason to be, you know, to feel the way I feel. And so I feel like that's crap. And then, I don't know. I can't even wrap my head around this. And I had Miss Casanova, Miss Craddock, even though Miss Craddock is the one who put the wrong information in my file. They all said just the way that all of this stuff was handled and everything. They told me I need to go see the ombudsman too, and that wasn't even hearing my full side of it. That was just looking at my paperwork, like, why does it say you're non-deployable, but it's this, or why are you on safety checks if you're not high risk, or this, or like, just the whole thing. And it's like nobody cares, nobody to hold nobody accountable here. Everything is just so gray, and it's just. If that don't say something, that they sent this evaluation up with someone else's records and within my records under my name, that should say something.
Yeah.
And like I said, this stuff is all mixed up with somebody else's stuff. I don't know what's what at this point, because even his stuff says my name and my thing at the bottom, so I don't know it's whose. And
okay, so I'm gonna tell you about that one where you say chief complaint. Chief complaint is not a person. Chief complaint is a heading. What is the person coming in with? When you come in, the chief complaint is what are you saying is going on? So it may be depression. So that's what chief complaint is.
And that's even more concerning because now this is just false. I want to call Miss Craddock in here to say, I've never smoked weed, a cigarette, a vape, or nothing in my life. So can we just call, at this point, I've been trying to be so civilized. But if it's definitely not just a mishap of somebody's paperwork getting mixed into mine, and that's just a regular insert, that makes it even more frustrating.
Okay.
You know, like, and then, so why is it saying he? You know, usually it's general, soldier member, whatever, but it has like some, if he should find himself in emergency. So that's what I'm saying. Is this mine's? Can we call Miss Craddock in here?
No, we can't. Son Scott, we can't do that. Okay, we can't do that. Let's figure certain designs in the artificial drawing, so limits. Did you see somebody else before you saw her?
No.
That was just you seeing her?
Yes. That was my first time seeing her.
Who?
I don't know. All these files is crazy.
Should have been providing me with certain face to face. It didn't say how many I limited lives.
We never had a conversation about saucy.
As you've heard, they are using tactics. So Sergeant Jewell Scott is in need of an attorney because they are trying to kick her out of Fort Hood without payment or medical care. This is something that we can no longer ignore just because it's not our problem. It's our duty to seek the truth and ensure that the military has an independent party that looks into allegations of harassment and stalking. We've seen other soldiers who are no longer here that have not been able to tell their stories because they were silent at home and abroad. I hope that one day Sergeant Jewell Scott is able to tell her full story on her time, and I want us to send her continued encouragement during this difficult time. Thank you.